How's it going, guys? Back with another stream today. I think this list is pretty much the same as last time I streamed. I think I'm gonna hit a little bit harder on the Uro piles. So we're gonna run 3 Ashiok today. I think that's kind of the main thing. On top of 2 Mirror Crusaders to fight against Field of the Dead. I know last stream we played against 5 Field of the Dead decks, and we drew Mirror Crusader once, and it got countered. So it's hard to say how good it really is. And I think I just walked into it from being really tired and hungry, so I think I could have definitely played around it and had it resolve and maybe win if I played a little bit better. But I think I think the main is pretty solid. I think there's one thing I was really considering is having a Sword and Light and Shadow main is there's a lot of death taxes online, so like having it instead of like a Fire and Ice might be kind of relevant. That's something I've been considering, but I'm keeping this the same just for now. Still keeping the Gideon since it's been kind of nice in all the grinding matchups. But I was thinking between Mirror Crusader and Lingering Souls actually, because both fly over fields that have, but Lingering Souls has more bodies, I guess, essentially. Like if this dies a bolt, it's like, well, that kind of sucks. But Lingering Souls, obviously, it's very bulletproof. It's a very bulletproof card. I know Martin Devlin. I've been in a group chat with him. He's been helping me test the list, and he's actually just 5-0 with it over the weekend. And I think there's like 3 changes if I count correctly. He has a fetch instead of the second courtyard. He has a Vraska, I believe, instead of a Mirror Crusader. And there's one more change. I forget what. And he swapped the swords. He had a Sword of Light and Shadow main, but I think he said that he preferred this orientation of Feast and Famine and Fire and Ice main and Light and Shadow on the sideboard. So the list that I 5-0'd with, I think it just had a few sideboard changes, and his sideboard when he 5-0'd is a little bit more updated with mine, but then I think the main is the same. How's it going, Mark? The changes. It's funny because I was just talking about the changes that I made is just the 3rd Ashiok. I forget what I had before from the last stream. I should probably update the stream decker. Let's just do that right now before I start. Let's put the date. But yeah, so no major changes. It's been kind of unfortunate because I've been hitting a lot of 2-3s. Think of it 2-3s like the past like 3 leagues or something. Which I think is just, I think the first 2-3 was, I just feel like my sideboard was not really in tune with the meta at the time. I didn't really have that much of a plan against like Uro decks or anything like that, or these Uro soup piles. I think I had a lot more Tron hate than I really needed to. Update that. Says current. So let's do this. So that'll be the updated list. But yeah, I think I'm just steering the course because, like I just mentioned a minute ago for the YouTube recording, that Martin Devlin is a buddy that I've been working with this list on. And he trophied with it with a few changes. So it's I think the main deck is fine. I think it's just the sideboard is kind of what we have to tune here and there. Do we still want 3 lures? I think so. I think the lures is the backbone of the deck, honestly. So I guess I can do my like minute spiel on lures. Like I've been thinking about going into 2 lures, just add like a 3rd Skyclave or like a 4th Liliana or just something just extra. And I think lures is subtly the backbone of the deck because we have baubles, right? And like baubles are good for like on its own in the sense like you can kind of set up your draws with the fetch lands, but honestly, if you don't draw Lurrus, baubles are kind of just whatever. Like yeah, did they grow Goyf? Yeah, they had a Scry Trick. Yeah, they trigger Revolt, but like in itself, it's just not powerful enough, in my opinion, to justify a slot if you don't draw Lurrus. They just complement each other so well, and you can say the same for Nihil Spellbomb, where like as a main deck slot, it's decent just because it's just main deck graveyard, especially because we don't have any scavenging ooze. But just being able to recur a Spellbomb with Lurrus just makes it so much better. Makes our Stoneforge's Mystics good because like it gets both of them turn two. Like we can bring back another equipment. Like it's just subtly just kind of brings everything together in the deck. And I think when you go down to two, you just don't draw it consistently enough. Because in my opinion, like in these kind of like grindy matchups, like just drawing a bubble. So even against like aggro decks where like you just slam Lures, like getting a card that like just going Lurrus, Bubble, bring it back, and just drawing more removal against these kind of aggressive decks like Prowess and stuff is good, and the lifelink matters a lot. I know a lot of people are kind of like shitting on it because of the legendary subtype, but like it dies a lot, and if you draw another one, it's very very good. We already have Liliana if we can discard multiples. Like it's not bad to draw multiples, honestly. Worst it cantrips, yeah, exactly. It's like it's a high floor, but it's like is the floor high enough to justify a slot without drawing layers? How's it going, Magus of the Moo? No Siege Rhinos, 0 out of 10. Yeah, but I mean I have Siege Rhinos all over my stream. Like if I get a new follower, it pops up. So I hope that counts. So hope everyone is doing well, staying safe, staying healthy. I added a little new tweaks to the stream as well. Added some new sound bites. If I get a raid or a sub, it's a different sound plus animation to the follow ones. I know I kind of kept everything kind of the same, but I kind of redid everything. I also added that triome. I kind of messed up because last um, stream I accidentally had the chat box underneath the art. So then, like the whole time this was blank, I didn't realize because I looked at the chat on OBS, I didn't realize it wasn't coming up on YouTube. So that's kind of unfortunate, but it's good. You live and you learn, and you adapt to it. I hope someday we get a slow enough format to play Siege Rhino again. I think it's one of those things where like, even if the format is slow enough, like 4 mana for a 3/4 or 4/5 like drains for 3 just isn't good enough anymore. If you look at Omnath, like look at Omnath, like they're never gonna ban Omnath. I don't think it's just a 4 mana value card, but it's like you can't compare the value there. It's just too like it's just so bad in comparison. Um. mm, This hand is so close, but we have like 2 uncastables. This is really close. We have 22 lands left. We could probably get by with missing 1 land drop, but missing 2 is just a little too greedy here. Sounds better. A lot better. No interaction, which is unfortunate, but finally on the Stoneforge here. Siege Rider would be decent with Uro out of Modern. Exactly. I agree. Uro just invalidates everything. Like, you drain for 3, and then they ramp and draw a card and gain that 3 life back. It's like, okay. Unfortunate. It could be against Jund or Blackbird Prowess. Good take. So, also a good card to draw. So we'll see what we're up against. At least this Glyph is bulletproof now. I'm doing well, Mark. Just hanging in there. Having fun with Modern, obviously. Hope you're doing well. How are things with you? So this is probably Black-Red Prowess, which is fine. I don't think I plus Liliana here, because like we just have all these removal spells. I don't mind just like sitting back here, because obviously if they had the means to kill the Goyf, they'd have just left the Goyf. They would have killed it, I think. I mean, I guess they could have hold push if they had like another Stoneforge Mystic, but like if that's the case, that's fine, because I still want to hold these 2 removal spells. Hope everyone's doing great, actually. Times are tough nowadays mentally, with everything going on with the pandemic and politics. So hopefully this content helps you kind of take a break from that stuff. It helps me personally. Oh no. So we're like black red mid range. Thoughtseize. I could Liliana just plus here. Discard Thoughtseize. Or we can just Skyclave Apparition. Probably just Skyclave Apparition here. I think it's just the best. We really need to draw another land so we can go like Thoughtseize plus Liliana. Them not having any threats kind of makes our draw a little awkward. Baby number 4, congratulations, that's awesome. It's a lot of babies. A lot of babies. Hopefully your baby is healthy and sound, as is your significant other as well. Hopefully your significant other is also hanging in there. Oh, so it's Mardu. Okay. So yeah, they're just gonna make me sack a dude. Unfortunate. So now they get a 3/3. Hopefully we just draw a land at this point, so then we go Thoughtseize, push, and then we can... Or just a 2-drop actually. Lay on the Veil. I guess at this point we just Veil them too. We discard the Thoughtseize to their Liliana. We can push whatever threat they have. Hopefully no Lingering Souls. Nice mid-range matchup here. Let's go to Thoughtseize. Hold the push. Hopefully we draw a 2-drop. Just so we can kind of play out our hand. Interesting. Makes me wish I hold the Thoughtseize. It's fine too. Black Red Walker's Bridge Moon deck, and it's sweet. That's very interesting. Black Red Walker's Bridge Moon. Okay. Interesting to wait to bolt my Liliana there, honestly. Unless I just had a dead card to pitch to. And a Liliana. Interesting. Okay. So what kind of walkers are in it? Is it like... I mean, what black-red walkers are playable right now? Liliana, obviously. We need to go like runner on threats. Oh, well. Sure. So, Luris would be a great try here at that point. I'll keep them. Get the information. Tidal Scholar. Interesting. It's just 4 mana information on her link cost. Okay, that makes sense. And then Blood Moon to hopefully lock him out. That makes sense. I wonder if Karn would be worth it. Ugh. So bad. Do I know Liliana to get veiled? Dang, I wish I had drew a land for that sword. So they probably have a removal spell in hand and a Tidal Scholar. think we need to get the Goif down just to get Liliana's minus out of range too. Unfortunate. This sword would have been very good. I mean, hopefully they just like minus us and Tideholder Scholar our sword away. Oh, okay, sure. Makes sense. Which 5-mana Chandra is that? What's the full name of that Chandra? I actually did the exclamation mark card thing. I just added that, so if you want to add that too, you can. So we need a Skyclave Apparition or an Assassin's Trophy here. Not that. Lyra should be very good. It's the new one. Interesting. So they're very close to ultimating. Heart of Fire. Plus, discard your hand, exile top 3 card library until you make. Yikes. That seems pretty good. Damage any target. Seems good. Oh, so with all plus abilities, that's right. It's pretty cool. I don't know why they're just not playing this Tide Color Scholar out. And here it's like at the point where like if they ultimate us, like sure. Okay, so they have 1 card left. Come on, something. Sure. I mean, they discarded a Tideholder Scholar, so sure. Interesting that they kept the Bolt. I guess it makes sense. Interesting. Pack Rat. I played a lot of Return to Ravnica Limited, and I fucking hate Pack Rat. This is great. This is just fantastic. Dave Bell Reveler. Good to know. Next end step. Pack Rat is very annoying. Ugh. Losing the mid-range meter, unfortunate. Gonna crack this for Triumph. Four, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're just dead. Yeah, Mardu Pyre is interesting, definitely. Probably stuff like this is all the stuff we want. They have Bolt, but like these swords already protect Bolt essentially. I guess we can just burn all the discard spells at this point, if we really want to go that route. Something like this. Pretty clean, I think. Darn Lingering Souls. I was actually thinking about adding Lingering Souls on the side instead of being Crusader, to be honest. Sure. Yeah, exactly how I feel. Like, you're like, yeah, this is great, and then, like, Earl just wins the game by itself. I don't know about keeping it Sophie. Oh, jeez. Well, now our hand is absolute garbage now. Yeah, if they discard souls, I don't think that's that big of a deal. I think you want the protection more than anything. If we're able to... Ooh. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for dropping by. So they have the removal spell for the Stoneforge Mystic. So I'm gonna get another sword here. Sure. Am I scared of Blood Moon? I might be. Get this veil down first. Get to the Marsh Flats. Their hand is loaded, as they say. Darn Lingering Souls. Cling. Interesting. Lingering Souls rearing its ugly head. Yeah. At this point, I think I want to discard anything. I'm just going to trade a loyalty for it with a token at this point. Play sword out. Just have a bunch of cards in hand. Spell Bomb. This is tough because we don't like discard anything. Let me play the Spell Bomb out. Can't exile a token with this. We could also just sack this now just to see if we want to discard to... Yeah, I guess we can sack this now just to see what we draw. Thing is, do we want to discard this Triumph? I think so. I think I want to keep this Liliana loyalty up. Are we really going to trophy the Spirit? I think we have to. We can draw another untapped land at this point. Okay, sure. Okay. Decent draw. Very good draw, actually. Now we can just get the value. Sure. Hope we can draw another land so we can go Skyclave, Equip, Sword. Okay. That's fine. Yep. Go best draw. It's also a very good draw. Just gonna hang tight here. Excuse me. Probably just push this. I kind of want them to cast the Giants, and then we can have a target for this apparition. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna cash in this spell bomb now, just so we can go just so we can draw a land at this point. Okay. Tarmogoyf. I guess we go apparition plus Tarmogoyf. You can also Tarmogoyf equip sword. I think we're just gonna play out our hand, honestly. I wonder if they're gonna save removal. Nope. Oh, they have the push. That sucks. So the line that we took is better, knowing that they had the push. Oh no. So now they get a 3/3. So now we need a creature off the top, so we can equip this sword too. Okay, let's try again. Okay, that counts. That definitely counts. Let's tap correctly. Sweet. Hopefully they don't have a Liliana. Liliana would be very bad for us. Take our trophy. Okay. So we could either attack and make them chump with this, or it can flash in a Batter Skull. I played Legacy a long time ago, before Deathrite Shaman was banned, and when Miracles was the best deck, and of course I played Abzan in that format, and Abzan was pretty decent. I'm gonna get the Batter Skull into play. I guess I could have attacked and played Batter Skull. I could have just done that. I'm just dumb. Distracted by chat. I guess this line is better. It protects against Kolaghan's command. So maybe this patient line's actually better. Like this line actually might work out against literal Kolaghan's command. Or I guess it's not, because they just make me discard. Gosh darn it. Okay, I need to stop the chat. Oh my god, so frustrating. Okay. That was a very fortunate draw. Very fortunate draw here. So now we can get Luris and probably just get a Tarmogoyf down. Hopefully they just draw a discard spell. Just draw discard spells the rest of the way. Could have just played a Batter Skull. Sure. It's pretty good top deck. I think I'm just gonna have to pass here. Could have attacked if we played the fetch, but I think it's safer just to take it easy. Oh my god. That Batter Skull turn really just fucked me up. I could have just hardcasted the Batter Skull, and this illusion could have died. We could attack through. I mean, I smell a bull, but we have to block here. I mean, they also just have another Sky Gob at that point. It's like they could have done that first. Opponent said, "Oops." I guess they miscounted Goif. Oh man, that batter skull play is really tilting. Cool. I don't think they're gonna block this anyway. I think I just trophy it still. Just discard spells, please. Okay. Come on, Fatal Push. Come on, Fatal Push. Oh, tilting. You just have to attack. We can't play around Bolt. Will they reveal? Dreadbore plus Cling. Okay, well that's good. So Engineer Explosives gets me out of this. Yeah, Engineer Explosives would be very good here. We need to go Engineer Explosives into Luris, I think. Technically not dead. Needed that push draw turn before. Opponent drew Thoughtseize on turn 1. Had Thoughtseize on open and haven't drawn any discard spells either. Very unfortunate. Seems like they just have burn. That's very annoying. Very, very annoying. Like that, we could have easily won that game if I just played the Batter Skull. Just play the Batter Skull attack. They lose a 3/3, and then that 3/3 is just like then we could have attacked with the Goif, and then like that just could have set off a chain of events where like we could have won this game. We were very ahead, and they just drew the perfect garden, and I got super punished for it. It's not your fault. It is not your fault. I think that's just the challenges of streaming. Is like you. Sorry, I shot my phone. That's the challenges of streaming, where it's like you get distracted sometimes, and it's hard to kind of play like the best and play it optimally and provide good content for the Twitch stream too. It's a hard balance to have, and it's one of those things that about streaming that are very difficult to balance. It is what it is. Yowza. They're probably just gonna Thoughtseize one of my threats. I'm just gonna take the Shadow. It's just the only threat at this point. They do have the Luris, which is annoying, but like when you do, they have the push for whatever threat. How's it going, Andrew? I'm glad you tuned in right after I just punted away my last match. Mismatching thought seizes. Good to know. I can see them just taking the Stoneforge Mystic too. Yeah, because we can't cast the Goyf. Oh, they drew the Bauble as well. So this Luris is going to be very good for them. How about we draw a green source off the top? We placed against Mardu, Midrange, green source. Always had it. You never not have it. So we know 4 of the 6 cards. They played the fetch that we did not know about. So we know all the cards in their hand now. They played Mishra's Bauble and then... Interesting. So now with this, we both just have lands in it, but they have a Bauble and a Lure. So like they're ahead based on just what cards we have in hand. So something. Okay. So now they're gonna have a Lurus in hand, so we need to draw a discard spell. Hopefully. They played the fetch that we did not know about again. So we know 2 of the 3 cards. Let me bring Lurus in hand. This is very bad because then go Lurus plus Death Shadow. We're gonna lose this game. No main deck Spellbound to be found either. They should fetch first, yeah. So now we need to find a removal spell for Lurus and Death Shadow. Yeah. We're probably... that's not my dog, it's our neighbor's dog. It's going crazy. Hopefully... I wish this was a black... I wish this was Feast and Famine. That we would actually have a chance here. Actually, we would, like, Feast and Famine would win the game at that point. I guess I didn't need a fetch there. Like, this needed to be a Feast and Famine. And literally, like, we win the game next turn. We just had drew the wrong sword. My dog is just chilling somewhere. She just sleeps all day. Could be worse, yeah. I mean, this also just Stonewall's Lure. So if they attack with the Death Shadow, that forces them to block. We take this. So I shouldn't have cracked that fetch, because if we draw a Fatal Push, then I guess that's fine. Drawing Fatal Push would actually be a very good draw. I think you're just going to TBR me. Dog just barks all day, man. Like when I'm working from home and I have meetings, I'm just like, yikes. Yeah, so that Lyris just won the game. Well, that's unfortunate. What are you going to do? Bring in the Crusaders, swap the swords, Kai's Guile, Explosives, and a Gideon. Probably just cut all the discard, I think. Cut a Skyclave Apparition. I just go like this. Pretty clean. It's okay. It is what it is. Lyris as a companion is very good. Yep. I mean, in these kind of matchups where you just have an 8th card, it's the reason why companions got nerfed. But honestly, they should just like just ban the mechanic outright. That 8th card is just kind of broken. Double lures, sure. I'm gonna bubble, do the scry trick, and then at my opponent's unstep. Yep. Lurus is definitely absurd. Probably have a discard spell here. Soul Sky Mage. Okay. Bold move, opponent. Bold move. Kyle's Guile. I guess I want the Kyle's Guile. Could be worse. Also Liliana. Fair. Fair draw. I mean, they could be on Blood Moon, or they could just be a very land-light draw. I think I'm gonna play this tapped, get a swamp next turn, and then just veil them. Hopefully they don't play a 2-drop here. Our hand's kind of clunky with all these 3s, but okay. They targeted themselves. They probably have fetch land. Okay. No land. Very good for us. Oh, unless they have that looks like a layup stage, or not. They just cracked the seal. Why would they do that? That just seems very wrong. Like that was very unnecessary. I'm gonna play this Liliana out. Easy Liliana here. Okay. I mean, if they had another threat, they would have played it instead of the seal, in my opinion. Sure. Could be worse. Could be worse. Stoneforge Mystic. Guess we can just discard one of the Luruses and Kaya's Guile them. Yeah, let's Kaya's Guile. Let's Kaya's Guile them. Discard the Lurus. Spellbomb. So sack a creature, exile a yard. I could also make a 1/1, but I think getting rid of all these goodies is a good one. So this Lurus is irrelevant. Again, I don't know why they just didn't cast, just pop the seal off. There was like no point in doing that. So now I kind of don't want to. Plus this Liliana. Kinda just want to cast this Luris. And they have 5 cards in hand. I could also just play a sword out too. And then just threaten to equip. Kind of want to like play around removal too. Or discard, I mean. So I think I'm just going to get the value out of those Luris right now. And then just do the bobble trick. Bobble scry trick here. Dismember, got it. They could also have a hand full of shadows too. I can also just see plussing and discarding a sword, but I think the sword is just gonna be what's gonna win the game for us in the end. Sure. So I'm gonna push anyway, so let's just bobble our opponent here. Just so we can try to hit a land. So I don't have a land here, so we're going to pretty decent draw. They can sack. Nowhere they're gonna draw a land. Play a Stoneforge Mystic. Get a Probably got a Batter Skull. Decent draw. They're probably just bringing Luris back in hand. Oh, not. Okay. Gosh darn it. Tap the sword. So they're probably going to bring Luris back in hand. Yep, so Luris in hand and 4 cards. Hard to cast the Batter Skull. Play this out. Sure. Dang. Sure. Oh, geez, are we dead? No, they have Luris in hand. I kind of want to just entwine this so we get a bolt range. So our line here is we could Lily on a plus, make them discard Lurrus, but then we have to discard a card. Like, I think the highest upside is just to, like, cast this Kaya's Guile. And I think it's better just to do it now, just to play around. Lightning Bolt off the top. So they have Lurrus in hand. If they draw a Bauble, that's really bad, but then it's actually just fine because we just equip a sword to our spirit. If they play any threat, we can Liliana minus them. Okay. Tarmogoyf. So now we kind of have to hedge if they're going to draw a Scourge or a Shadow, and since we only have 1 mana, I think we're just going to do this. Actually, no, it's just correct just to equip the sword onto the Tarmogoyf, I think. This just, like, cuts their outs out. So then we don't have to preemptively E. That's actually the better draw, or the better play. Kaya's Guile was very, very, very good. Sweet. It's crazy how they only had 3 lands and we just outgrinded them too when we drew like 3 or 4 more. Man, that dog is barking a lot. Sorry for the people who are viewing at home. The dog is bothering them. Oh, 2 mid-range matchups. It's pretty good. Pretty interesting. That Kaya's Guile was definitely clutch. Like, Kaya's Guile does everything we want in this particular matchup. Exiling the Yard, making a 1/1, sacking a dude. Like, if you can get the 6 mana and entwine it. Like, I think I've only entwined that card, like, maybe twice ever. I think that was, like, literally my 2nd time. And that's what you wanted to do, right? Just do everything. When Kaya's Guile first came out, I was kind of unimpressed with it, to be honest. But then, like, I think the meta's going to come to the point where, like, it's actually better. Opponent is taking a while. Ooh. My boy. Gotta keep this hand. It's all mono 3 drops, but... 10 is obviously better on the draw. This is actually kind of dangerous because now our 3 drops are going to be so bad. Because, like, we're just going to get fall so behind. So they're going to target us, sure. I think we have to just bobble ourselves, so we're just so behind. I think we need to bobble ourselves and just try to draw a Fatal Push or something. Okay. Planes. I'm gonna actually just get a triome here. It's gonna feel bad if we draw a push, literally, but yep. We need to draw to just an interaction here. This is very clunky on the draw. Maybe I should just mulligan this. I was hoping they didn't have a Swift Sphere start. Okay. Shuffled you away. So now we're going to take at least 5. Yikes. Maybe I should have welcomed this hand because there's mono 3 drops on the draw. I think we just have to trophy the Scourge at this point. And just hope to draw an EE. I think EE has to be off the top for us to win this game. And hopefully they just have lands off the, just mono lands in hand. They have lethal on board, technically. We literally need engineer explosives off the top. And then that way we can stabilize. We have 2. Be very good here. It's funny because I had Auric champion for like 3 leagues and like never faced black red, and then now I face black red without Auric champion in my sideboard. They need a fetch. Or they could just not fetch. It's fine. I just want them to play a Death Shadow and we draw an Engineer Explosives. Is that too much to ask? Yikes. Don't think your opponent realizes it's not second main yet. guess we just play this Crusader out. And then just hope it doesn't die to Bolt. If they have Bolt, we just die anyway. So no. If they have any spell, we lose. Not a good start. I should have mulliganed that hand on the draw. I just saw Rearing Crusader because I just wanted to see how good it would be. And it's like science just isn't worth it, I guess. No bueno. I'm just wondering, like, I mean, that Batter Skull play, match 1, definitely just cost me. I'm just wondering if I just go back to the black-green base. Skyclave Apparition is very good, but yeah, I think I'm just also just not playing the best either. But it's okay. Just clunky. Just like 4 3-drops, 3 lands. I guess just isn't good enough on the draw in that matchup. I was hoping they'd have a little more mid-range draw. So then like those 3 drops were fine. I think it's fine on the draw, I think, still in that matchup, honestly. Sure. They got this shiny thing tapped. Maybe I should let in Temple Garden first just to... Ooh. So against Burn? If we are, that's very bad. We're like forced a path here. We have a decent Burn matchup though. Crash through. You got it. Hopefully they play a fetch. Okay. I'm probably gonna just still path this. I understand that they might be stuck on 1 land, but we're gonna have to kill that anyway, so. Play Goif. Hopefully he doesn't die to Bolt. Wish we had a fetch land. Hopefully opponent had a fetch land, but it looks like there's some mono red. It's from what it looks like. Sure. Okay. Double Goif. See if I have any free spells. They're thinking about it. Gut shot me. Awkward. But I have to trophy this guy too now. Bolt me. Interesting. I think I have to shock and play this. Man, not having a fetch land really is hurting us this game. I think I'm definitely blocking here though. Dart, you got it. Easy block. Yep. Yep. Oh. They're just darting me. They didn't kill the Tarmogoyf. Oh, they had the mountain. That's right. That's so funny. That's very funny. I think our opponent just forgot that sacking a land grows our Goyf. So I think they're just locked here. Not having a fetch land actually benefited us because that means they misplayed into it. Which is funny. So Thoughtseizes come out. You can see spell ones coming out unless we expect them to be on Bedlam Revelers. But we can take the Thoughtseize out, bring in Engineering Explosives and Chaos Guiles. Swap Feast and Fan for a Light and Shadow. Probably trim a Spell Bomb. Go from there. This is, again, kind of that same situation as this last match. We have 3 drops and 2 baubles. This is better. I just think I'm going to bottom the Lurrus. With turn 1 Inquisition, turn 2 Trophy with their thing, turn 3 Liliana minus them. I could also use bottoming the Triome. Rift Bolt's fine. Skyclave Apparition. Light up the stage. Mana Morphos. Actually, I'm gonna take the stage here. Take away their card draw. They actually don't have any lands either. So they can just skewer me, but like that's fine. Oh, they drew the Soulscar Mage. I'm gonna play Triome here. Just set up a 3 drop, excuse me. They drew the second land. We're gonna take a shit ton of damage here. I'm surprised that they're not Manamorphosing main phase. Our opponent's playing very poorly. Very poorly. Because now if they draw a creature, they just can't play it. Opponent's playing very bad. Very, very, very bad. Yep. Like, we take all the damage, but like they should have done this main phase. It's like now they just like wasted a turn. I'm gonna bubble them. Just to get full information. Crash through. It's fine. Gonna get a planes to get Skyclave online and then just slowly auto minus them. Unfortunate they have Flame Slash, so like they can answer apparitions at this point, but land. So we know 3 of the 4 cards. Swiss Spheres get draw. Crash through. They could skewer me, but then we go to 8. It's fine, I think. Yeah. Get Lily on attack, but good job. Concealed Courtyard. It sucks that they have the Bolt here, but we know they have the Flame Slash, so. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna slash here. Our Apparition. Rift Bolt. I guess he's also just saving the Flame Slash, but I think this 1/1 is just very anemic if they do get it. Bolt? Me. Oh, they're probably going to skewer. Sure. So we're at virtual 4. This fetch land's kind of a blank, to be honest. It could also just kill my Skyclave apparition, but I think that's kind of loose. I think they're playing correctly at this point, where they're just going after me. But we're at 4, so it's a decent life total. Okay, they drew land. Yeah. So a threat would be nice. The Skyclave apparition can't kill the illusion, so Stoneforge Mystic. Exactly what the doctor ordered. I think I just want the Batter Skull here. I think this fetch land is just dead, so I'm just going to assume that it's just not going to do anything. See what they do. We have the trophy too in our back pocket. They try to cast anything. Smell a Lava Dart. But not like we can really do anything. Or Gut Shot. They're gut shotting me. Okay. Oh, they have the skewer. Unfortunate. Yep. We were very close to stabilizing. Unfortunate. Sure. I'm actually going to fetch a try on my end of turn. Get a use of Verdant Catacombs so I can get Swamp or Plains with that. Sure. So let's get a Triome. Okay. Veil's a good draw. Yeah, I think we're gonna get a Stoneforge Mystic. Probably get a Sword of Fire and Ice. Just to protect the Skyclave Apparition. Swiss Sphere. That's unfortunate. Do I want to block? Do I want to save like 2 damage? Yeah, I think our point is just to stabilize here. We're gonna have to take 2 damage from our shocks too. Sure. They would have bolted anyway. It's fine. Stoneforge Mystic is a good draw. Let's veil them. At this point, we just want to hit land drops now. Hopefully, they don't have another creature to back it up. Just unlikely, but okay. Like land off the top would be our best draw, so we can kind of like try to go like Skyclave plus Stoneforge the following turn. Just get to 5 mana, just so we can equip the sword too. But it's also doing math, which is not good for us. Gut shot me. So he's just ignoring Liliana. Oh, am I dead? Another bullet and I'm dead. Okay. We're not dead. Hmm. Their hand is blank, so it's like if they had any burn spell, they would just done it. Like Lava Dart, Gut Shot, all that is just lethal. So they just have lands in hand? I kind of want to play Skyclave Apparition this turn, so I think I'm going to pitch the sword at this point. I could also just pitch the Stoneforge Mystic and then just Luris it back later. I think just pitching the Stoneforge Mystic is fine. I'm assuming they just have lands. Yeah. So we're dead to a lot of things. I'm assuming their hand is just a blank. They would have cast literally everything else in their hand. So you just hope they just draw nothing. We draw a land, an untapped land, basic swamp, basic forest, and just equip this sword to a Skyclave Apparition. Okie dokie. I'm gonna go get some water real quick, and I'm gonna be right back. I think it's just been a frustrating couple streams, just not being able to break this 2-3 streak off. I think my next stream I'm just gonna go back to the black green base, cause like this is just not working for me. It's funny because like the first league I trophied, and then like after that it's just like can't have a positive record with this deck. Yeah, I might just go back. Like Skyclad Apparition is good, but obviously it's just I don't know, just maybe it's result oriented. But like after like 4 or 5 leagues of 2-3 straight at least, and this league is at best 2-3. It's like I think you kind of have to go back to the drawing board a little bit. It's like is Scavenging Ooze and Hexatricker better than Skulk Evaporation at this point? It's like maybe. Maybe it is. I mean, Hexdrinker's pretty bad against like Flicker Wisp. I don't know. It's hard to say. Hard to say. That's decent. Full Mulligan to 6. Are we against Burn again? No way. 3 straight red decks, which is kind of funny. Nice, thank you. Yeah, if you're gonna try the apparitions, you definitely have to change the mana base too. Just gonna do this now. It's like the Prowess matchup was a good matchup. It's just we just couldn't stabilize. Okay, we're gonna bobble ourselves. That was a great draw actually. So we can kind of like scry. Let me know how your event goes, Rounsley. Definitely am interested. More data, the better. Obviously, Thoughtseize. I kind of don't want Thoughtseize, so I'm gonna just fetch this away. And I have all the lands in the world, so I'm just gonna fetch a Batterskull at this point. They have to like bolt our Stoneforge Mystic, so they don't have the land requisite. Like they need help off the top of their deck. Results are better from the green base than the white black base. Yeah, it's again, it's just funny how like I trophied right away with the white black base, and then I think I've had like 4 2/3s at this point, which is very frustrating. But I mean, it's how it is sometimes, right? Right along the great level, sure. Can't bobble first, which is unfortunate. Take the 2. And the thing is, like, if Hexdrinker is that bad, I'm kind of interested in trying Grim Flares in that slot too. Just no Fortune Mystic. Hopefully not another Eidolon. Stoneblade. So you have a 1/1 or a 2/2, I guess. That's a decent draw. Lava Spike, Boros Charm. At this point, we take the high damage spell. They Stoneforge Mystic. Get a Sword of Fire and Ice. our neighbors are going crazy right now. I'm just gonna play this land tapped. So they have 5 damage on the board here. I'm gonna take it. Yeah. Which is fine for us. Sure. Because I kind of want them to waste a burn spell. This Batterskull should take over the game. No cards in hand. You saw this other trophy that was like that trophy as well. Yeah, so that guy, so the guy that trophy, which was like really close to my 75, he's actually been helping me test the list too. And he went like 2-3, 2-3, 5-0. So it's like this. Apparently, this version just has a higher ceiling, I guess, but a lower floor. And it could also just be results oriented, right? It could also just be a bad patch of matchups. It's just so hard to say because it's just like you would think it wouldn't really matter. Like I feel like I played a lot more worse matchups in the other version. Like I played against Tron a lot and it just didn't matter. So Thought Season spell comes out, Kyle E and swapping the sword. Cut the Feast and Famine. And just try getting for spice. Better than everything else, I think. It's just crazy. I can change something fundamental, like just. I feel like the overall change isn't that much. In theory, it's just swapping Hex Shrinker and Scavenging Ooze for Skyclave Aberrations. But like, it's just crazy how much that changes things. This is gonna be a very painful hand. Hopefully, they play Goblin Guide and just give me lands. That was great. I'm gonna have to fetch Shock here, which is unfortunate. But hopefully it won't be too punishing. Charm, Bolt, Helix. 3, 6, 14 damage. I'll take the Charm. Sunbait Canyon. Rift Bolt, interesting. I'm gonna play the Goyf out here. If they want to spend 2 burn spells on it, then that's fine with me. They're gonna have 2 burn spells anyway with that, regardless if I play my discard spell or not. So I'd rather just do this. It's just the more mana efficient play. And then from here they could charm me plus bolt me. The extra damage could matter, but so they have like 10 points of burn right now. Hopefully they just drew a blank Burst Charm, sure. They're gonna have the other hand, card in hand. Just gonna take the Helix here. He's gonna start cracking back. They need 2 burn spells essentially. See, they drew. So that's unknown. So I'm gonna play the Stoneforge Mystic just to bait out a burn spell. It's just gonna be like Stoneforge Mystic is just gonna be essentially a 2-minute discard spell, and hopefully it just eats a bolt. Okay. Oh, they have Searing Blaze? That's gross. One unknown card. Okay. Which makes sense, because this mana just comes into play untapped, and then if they have 3 burn spells, then they have 3 burn spells. Makes sense. If they don't have 3 burn spells, I think they have to bolt the Stoneforge Mystic here. Sphere. Ah, that's unfortunate, because now I have to block. Or they're just going to bolt my Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. That's fair. I guess the line is just play the Tarmogoyf. And then hopefully they just draw a blank, and then we can just push whatever threat they have. So this wins next turn. Hopefully they just have mono 1-drops here. Or just not many burn spells. Slamming this block if they attack. Are they slow rolling me? Oh my goodness. Oh. That was cute. That was cute. Okay. Okay. You play on. We play on. We definitely Skyclave here. And then we force the block. And then this way we have a blocker. If they draw a haste creature. So we need to draw fade 1 draw step. Draw a Smash or Smithereens. Draw another Smash, please. Oh, redraw. They always have it off the redraw, let me tell you that much. They always have it off the redraw. Sometimes you just have to get lucky. They drew the Smash! Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Pretty funny. I guess that's like overcompensating in sideboarding, is what they say. But you kind of need it though, right? Like, this hand's fine. Oh my god, does it burn again? Oh my god, it's burned again. No way. Oh my god. Just 4 red decks, this is a theme. I feel like I'm going to bobble myself and get a green source anyway to play this Tarmogoyf, so I might as well just filter my draw here. Another Mishra's Bauble. Don't think I want that. Goyf's gonna be big. Before after returning for red suit. What were the first 3 matches? It was Mardu mid-range, red black prowess, burn, and mono red prowess. Wow. It's a lot of red decks, which is fine. I think they're generally good matchups, but no blue soup today, which is good. I mean, like, I'd rather play these kind of matchups. These are more fun, like Mardu, red black, red mono red prowess, and straight burn, and then this looks like it's just straight burn too, so it's fine. Like, I'd rather play that than blue soup, to be honest. Okay. Guess we play Stoneforge Mystic. I have a feeling we're dead, though. Maybe I should let on Stoneforge Mystic first, so they have to kill it. Maybe that was my misplay here. Hopefully they just have all lands. So that was probably my misplay. I should have played Stoneforge Mystic first. Interesting. Yeah, so they probably have the win here. Why they let on Skullcrack first. Inquisition of Kozilek. I mean, maybe they do have nothing. Wow. Okay. Sure. I guess you just don't have anything. I mean, that. I guess that's still a misplay on my part. I should have just boarded it out. Or play the Stoneforge Mystic first, just to debate him. Just burn, burn, all the burn. Which is fine. I think burn is a favorable matchup for us, just because we have all the life gain between Luris and Batterskull. It'd be even better with the green base, because we had Scavenging Ooze, so more life gain generally. I don't know, I'm probably going to try the green-black version again next time, just because my overall win rate with that version is just better. It's like I've never trophied with the green-black version, but like my overall win rate was like hovering to 70%, 65%-ish. And then like I trophied once, and then it's like 4 or 5 2-3s with this with the white-black version, so that's like consistently like a 50%, like at best 50% at that point. We do the math. More hovering towards 40. So that 20% difference between win rates kind of big. This hand seems decent. What was our opponent's hand? That's what I want to know. Goblin Guide. Tarmogoyf. Kind of need to get a second white source for the Skyclave apparition. I might just bobble them. Lightning Bolt. Okay. Okay. One lander. I'm gonna take an extra point. No, I should just play this Tarmogoyf with this Blue Mirrors. I'm trying to figure out which land to play. If they have any creature, I already have this push, so I might as well save the 1 point of life and not use the silent clearing and just play the Tarmogoyf off the second Blue Mars. Just take literally no damage off our mana base here. Okay, so that was the bolt that we knew about. So they have one land. Alright, so their hand is pretty gas at this point. Goblin Guide, sure. Stoneforge Mystic is a great draw. But blocking. Wow. Let's go Batter Skull. Force them to bolt our Stoneforge Mystic when we have the lands to get there. I'm going to cast this E on one. If they played an Eidolon, we have the push for it and the Skyclave Apparition. So, and honestly, if they Eidolon here, then we have Batter Skull already. Ugh, we're gonna go to 6th though. I think it's correct to actually not play out my hand. And go like this, actually. And force them to have land and then 3 bolts. Sweet. Another 2-3. Can't shake this off, man. This is kind of getting consistent at its finest. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just try the green-black version, I guess. Yeah, it's hard to say. Might try a league off stream tomorrow. Just try the green black version just to kind of just get a feel for how it does. Because I have to admit this, if you're now that I think about it, this version is kind of a lot clunkier because our only 2 drops threats are Stoneforge Mystic and Tarmogoyf, and you're kind of replacing Hex Drinkers and Scavenging Oozes for 2 Spell Bombs and 2 Skyclave Apparitions, so you have a lot less threats. And I felt that like in a lot of these matchups too, where like you want to slam something on turn 2 and you don't, and you only have Stoneforge Mystic and Tarmogoyf. Yeah, I might just try the green black version just because it's leaner too. Like the Skyclave Apparitions were kind of cool, but I think I might try the next one next week. We'll see how it goes. But other than that, really appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you guys want to support the channel, you guys can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/KODamage. You guys can follow me on YouTube for my old YouTube streams. I've been playing this black-white version of the Abzan. I have a lot of the black-green version, pre-Zendikar Rising, if you guys want to check that out. And then you guys can follow me on Twitter. Twitter.com/KODamage22 is where you can find my up-to-date stream times. Yeah, this might be back to the drawing board. I think it's kind of have that significant sample size to where I think it might be time to go back to the green-black version, but we will see. I think the next time I'm going to stream is on the weekend sometime, either Saturday, Sunday. I have to figure out my schedule, but again, follow me on Twitter for that information. Other than that, I really appreciate everyone tuning in, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Take it easy.